my name's Alex, this is Nostalgianomics, and today I'm going to attempt to ease your minds about the Pokemon market, sealed investing, and the Scarlet Violet era as a whole. And if I can't at the end of this, well then I failed and continue to be all doom and gloom and dramatic about the market. So I did find this piece of loose leaf in the bottom of my backpack that's probably been there since high school, and I uncrumpled it and I wrote some numbers down on it, and these numbers might actually mean something to you, so it might be worth a listen. So what I did is I just took eBay and TCG Player sales. We're not talking about TikTok, whatnot, YouTube, Instagram, Drip, Twitch, all the box breaking that happens daily out there and all the sales that happen daily. We're not talking about the Facebook groups and the Discord servers and the independent LGSs and game stores that sell stuff all across the country. No, just TCG Player and eBay. So, Scarlet Violet base set has been out since March 31st. It's about 6+ months now, okay? It's out of the limelight. We've got Paldea, Obsidian, 151. People are looking forward to Paradox Rift. It's far removed from the limelight, right? So any sales that are happening should be, few and far between, correct? I mean, no one really likes the set. It's a lackluster set. All the cards have all come down in value. They're not really any, chases anymore. And so these numbers might surprise you. So I took from the 13th until today, which is a week. Not even a week because today hasn't even finished yet. So not even a week's time. Scarlet Violet base set has sold 218 boxes on just eBay and TCG Player in the past week. That's the equivalent of 36 cases. So when you see these massive stacks of boxes and these pallets and all these sellers that have all this product, how fast do you think that disappears at 36 cases a week, still selling over 6 months after release? How many do you think were selling at release or a month or two after release when the set was still huge? Ask yourself that. This amount of product is still being removed from the market per week. Paldea evolved. Again, TCG Player eBay only. That's it. 253 boxes. Equivalent of 42 plus cases in the last week. Just 2 platforms again. Obsidian Flames, which is still in the limelight, right? I mean, 151 came out, but Obsidian Flames still isn't that old. 433 boxes on just 2 platforms, equivalent of 72 plus cases per week. Guys, this is hundreds of cases a month still moving on just 2 platforms. How fast do you think those pallets and those big stacks of boxes sell out at these rates? Aren't we told no one's buying this stuff? No one wants this stuff. No one wants Scarlet Violet era. Pull rates are too easy. No one's going to want to open it. No one's going to want to buy it. No one's going to want to collect it. Why are we still seeing this many boxes sell this far after release? That's my question. And then people say, well, Alex, I get it, but sealed investing is not really going to work anymore because most of the people are probably buying it to invest in. Well, that's weird because the majority of all those sales are basically 1 booster box at a time. So maybe people are investing 1 at a time, but I'm doubtful. Also, it's the same things I heard back in XY, right? Evolutions is printed to the ground. Millions of reprints. It's too cheap. Everyone knows about sealed investing now. Rudy's got a YouTube channel. SM Pratt's got a YouTube channel. You can't do it anymore. The secret's out. And then into Sun and Moon, we saw it continuously work. But then the big boom happened and people said, okay, now everyone knows. The celebrities are in it. Everyone knows sealed product goes out. You can't do this anymore. A bunch of bearish YouTube channels popped up and said, sealed product investing in modern sealed is over. And then, again and again, it proved to be true again. And now, like clockwork, we're in a new era and people are saying the same thing. Too many people know about this. Everyone's stacking cases up in their basement to the ceiling. And, no one's going to want to buy this stuff. There's going to be too many sellers, not enough buyers in the future. So I look back and look at the liquidity of some of the older stuff. Darkness Ablaze. Pretty lackluster set, right? Doesn't have alt arts. Got, 1 major hit. Who's really going to want that set? Well, 28 boxes sold in the last week. That's 4 boxes every single day on just TCG Player and eBay, 2 sites alone. Going price on TCG Player is $140 a box. $140 for that set. Years and years after it was released. Still selling. Still liquid. Still buyers. Crimson Invasion, arguably one of the worst sets ever. If anything was going to be illiquid, that's the set. Well, Crimson Invasion is actually rising. It's seen about a 20% price rise in the past few months. It's sold 9 boxes in the past week. That's more than a box a day. $220 is the going rate now on TCG Player confirmed sales. $220 for one of the worst sets ever. Definitely worse than Scarlet Violet base. I think that's pretty agreed upon across the whole community. Light years worse than Paldea or Obsidian. Evolutions, that set that was printed 5, 6, 7 umpteenth times, that way too much product out there, it'll never be worth anything. 33 boxes in the past week. 33. More than 4 a day. $790 going rate on TCG Player confirmed sales. $790. Still liquid, still selling, still rising in price. Last one I wanted to talk about was Evolving Skies. Good old ES. 36 boxes still selling this week. That's more than 5 a day. $440 going rate on TCG Player confirmed sales. That is the lowest listed now. Still moving up in price, still selling rapidly. Years after release, even after it's $400 a box. What are we scared of, folks? What are we scared of? Are we possibly getting wrapped up in the emotions and all the flashy YouTube thumbnails and titles about everything crashing? Are we getting a little worried that things aren't blasting off out of the gate, that we're actually seeing some things downturn? Because, yeah, there is a lot of product in the market right now, right? I mean, with 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cases selling a week, that product will eventually dwindle down, which I know it's a crazy thought to a lot of people out there. This stuff's never going to go up. It's going to be this low forever. There's product available forever. Watch how fast pallets and pallets and pallets disappear when 70 cases are disappearing on the market per week. That's 280 plus cases a month. Just hear me out. If that continues to happen, especially with Scarlet and Violet base, one of the worst sets we've seen in a while, it's still moving 30-something cases a week? This far after release? I'm just telling you, maybe it does drop in the 70s. I don't know. We're not going to see it at these prices for long. It's going to be like a thief in the night. You're going to wake up one morning or one week and you're going to check the prices and it's going to be back in the 90s. And then people will get that FOMO and it'll be back in the hundreds. And then the 110s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I don't know. And I don't know how long. I'm not here to be a crystal ball. I'm not here to tell you to rush out and FOMO into it. I'm just saying, these products do move over time. You can't have that much inventory disappearing from the system on just 2 sites. And then you take in all the box breaking sites, and then you take all the private, independent sellers and Discord groups, Facebook groups. You take all that, how much product is disappearing daily, and eventually the reprints stop coming. Eventually the stuff does become scarce, contrary to a lot of people's opinions out there. And that's why we see all of sealed product consistently rising time and time again. Also, I took some of the low-performing sets, like Darkness Ablaze, Crimson Invasion. A lot of the high-performing sets, they're very liquid. Years and years later, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars more. They're very liquid. You can get out of those boxes at a kind of established market price whenever you want. Go list the next Y box. List the Sun and Moon box. List the Sword and Shield box right now. You're going to get market price for it. People want this stuff. The people who say it's not selling are probably wanting too much for their products. They're probably trying to list it too high. Or they have unrealistic expectations. If you listen to market price, it's selling right now. We've seen that. And if the worst sets in Pokemon, the Steam Sieges, the Crimson Invasions, the Sword and Shield base, Rebel Clash, Darkness Ablaze, if these sets are still selling daily, what makes you think Scarlet Violet base, Paldea, Obsidian aren't? That's my question to you. Now look, I'm not telling you to go rush out and get all your positions now, although $80 a box, it might be time to start getting some of those. I know I am. But for anyone out there thinking that the market's over, it's crashing, anyone who hasn't been here for the past 8 years like I have, we've seen it a million times. We've seen it a million times. I mean, I'm a broken record with this, but we've seen it in every single era. We've seen price drops, reprints crash the prices. We've seen things stay stagnant. We've heard the same rhetoric that sealed investing's over. It continues to come back time and time again. So my challenge to you is try to drown out some of the noise on YouTube, the flashy thumbnails and the doomsday titles, and just try to look at the numbers for what they are and keep your emotions out of it. And I think it'll serve you well going forward. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's all I got today. My name is Alex. This is Nostalgianomics. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.